What is up, football fans? It's your old friend IndyCar Timm here with the FanStream Sports Daily Blitz. It is Cowboys, it is Steelers, and it is Monday, my dudes. And I guess if you're a Cowboys fan, you're whew, and if you're a Steelers fan, you're what the F was that? As just madness on both sides of the football for both teams on a Sunday night that was delayed with the weather, the torrential downpour, and seemingly not really affecting the gameplay too much other than, a slow field with running the ball. I don't know that you can slow down the Cowboys' run game any more than it already is. And the Steelers' run game didn't look all that great either. But in the end, you had a little twist of excitement that you didn't really have throughout the whole game, as it was just mind-numbing, questionable play calling for both sides. Dak Prescott making horrible decisions throughout this game. Justin Fields looking like Justin Fields after he showed us a little glimpse in the loss to the Colts last week, but feel like, yep, here's Justin Fields again. It is what it is. Justin Fields, 15 to 27 for 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, sacked 3 times. Dak Prescott, 29 of 42, 352 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 just incredibly mind-numbing, boggling, head-scratching interceptions. I don't know what the heck he was doing on either one of those. And if for some reason CeeDee Lamb was at fault for that one in the end zone, then fine, I will take back everything I said. But I just don't know, man. It was ugly. It was so ugly. But just after waiting, hour 15, hour 20 for the game to start, just a lot of the fans had given up and left Acrisure Stadium. And it was literally with a flick of the wrist on the Cowboys' final offensive play as he made one of the better decisions and one of the better plays of the game, and it won him the game. Just a flick of the wrist there to Jalen Tolbert crossing across the goal line. TJ Watt breathing down his neck, Dak's neck, and he was able to squeeze that little 7-inch wide football into somehow a 1.5-foot window to win the game. And at no point after that ball left his hand did I ever imagine that Jalen Tolbert was going to catch it. It just looked like a bad decision. It looked like a bad play. It looked like a bad choice. But that's why he's playing in the league and I'm not. So there you go. But kudos to the Pittsburgh defense. Dak had spent 3 hours before that play mixing just brilliance with baffling plays, just in equal measure. It was insane. He had 2 picks. He had a fumble, but somehow he was able to keep the Steelers just sluggish, and that was the word I picked to describe the Steelers' play, was sluggish. Dak single-handedly kept the Steelers in the game, and that's all there is to it. But when Dallas got the ball back with 4:56 left on the clock, Dak was able to send the Cowboys down the field 70 plays, 15 yards. He even alertly pounced on that Rico Dowdle fumble there on the last possession near the goal line to keep Dallas in it. And, just made Cowboys offense made more plays than the Steelers defense, which is strange to say out loud because, again, at no point before the game started did I have any confidence in a Cowboys win. But Pittsburgh drops its second consecutive game following its 3-0 start. This one was just a lethargic performance, especially on offense. On a night, the opening kickoff was delayed almost 90 minutes because of that weird weather that rolled through there. The Steelers looked like they never did clear from the weather, though. Looked like they were kind of in a fog the whole night, especially on offense. Just 226 yards of offense against a defense missing Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. So all those guys along that Cowboys defensive line really stepped it up. Did not expect to see that at all. Pittsburgh did get the ball back after Tolbert's go-ahead score, but a lateral fest went nowhere, and the Cowboys poured onto the field after the victory. just a minute shy of 1 a.m. Eastern time. And I saw a funny stat on social media. Don't know how true it is, but it was funny. I can't imagine it's not true. Dak Prescott becomes the first quarterback in NFL history to throw 2 interceptions in the same game on 2 different days. Because he threw one before midnight and he threw one after midnight Eastern time. So kind of silly, but it is what it is. We look for silly stuff like that. The Cowboys' rushing attack, I thought, was much improved. Rico Dowdle, 87 yards. Dallas might have found something with the running game here. I think, before the season started, I said probably by week 4, Dowdle's going to be your lead rusher here on this team, not because of not because of like injury or anything. I just think that Dowdle's probably the better option, and I didn't even take that long. I think it was in week 3, and now Dowdle is certainly your number 1 rusher on the Cowboys, as Dowdle gets 20 carries, Ezekiel Elliott gets 6. Zeke averaged 2.8 yards per carry, Dowdle 4.4. So the vaunted Steelers defense did their part throughout most of the game, but a Steelers offense led by Justin Fields can't manage anything of any consistency. And if the Steelers fans aren't calling for they weren't calling for Russell Wilson before this game, surely they are now, right? Justin Fields is bad. He is just bad. And I say that with the utmost confidence in my accuracy of the statement. Yes, he looked pretty good. Scored 24 points in the loss to the Colts last week. But back down to earth now, I still feel like what we saw Sunday night and through the majority of the season, that is the Justin Fields that you're going to get. It's not going to get any better. It is what it is. And certainly, most certainly, Russell Wilson will be better, right? I mean, he can't be worse. Assuming he's healthy, that calf injury heals. And man, calf injuries are nothing to sneeze at. We saw that in Dallas when Dak was injured with a calf a couple years ago. But in Pittsburgh, you got to be hoping for the health of Russell Wilson to come back and maybe save this thing. The AFC North is prime for the picking right now. You've got Pittsburgh and Baltimore at 3-2. You've got the Browns and the Bengals at 1-4. So you got to keep pace with the Ravens, who look like they're finding their stride finally after an extremely slow start. And you got to have a quarterback that can do that. And the defense is playing well. Need some guys to get healthy. The offense has got to pull their weight, and you've got to have somebody that can lead that offense efficiently. And I don't think Justin Fields is that guy. So we will see. The Steelers will face the Las Vegas Raiders next Sunday at 4:05 Eastern. The Cowboys will prepare for the Detroit Lions, who are coming off of their bye week, at 3:25 Central on Sunday. And we will see how these two teams can progress after the Cowboys win, after the Steelers loss. And the Steelers have got to find some offense. The Cowboys have got to get healthy on defense on both sides of the ball, really. Injuries tell the story of the entire league, I feel like, this season. Just go ask the Browns. Not that they'd be any better, but just need to get some health going. The Steelers need to find a quarterback. They need some offense desperately. And it is what it is. I would love for you if you would go find me on social media at IndyCar Timm. I'm on the X. I'm on Threads, Instagram, Facebook, all those ridiculous places that probably don't need to exist, but here we are anyway. They're good for sports. That's about all they're good for, sports. We will come back and preview the Steelers and the Raiders. We will also preview the Cowboys and the Lions right here on FanStream Sports coming up this week. And until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.